Hello everyone, welcome to Malleus Gaming. I'm your host Malleus, and today in Total Tactics, we're revisiting the 8 Gates formation and seeing what can be done to improve upon it for Total War Warhammer 3. Real quick, if I sound a bit different, it's because I'm recovering from having my wisdom teeth removed, so I can't currently speak with my usual timbre. Thank you for your patience, and let's get to it. So for anyone who missed my video covering the 8 Gates formation, you can catch it here in the top right of your screen, as well as in a link in the description below. I really enjoyed this formation for its ability to apply a strong defense-in-depth strategy, but it did have a few significant weaknesses. To start with, it is highly vulnerable to ranged. A vulnerability to range units, particularly artillery, is something that any formation would really have. This is far more significant for the 8 Gates, however, due to how densely packed it is. This ties into its next weakness, which is a lack of offensive power. While extremely effective on the defense, it lacks the capabilities to draw the enemy towards it, or counter anything that outranges the crossbows at its core. This is partly due to its third weakness, its impractical setup. The 8 Gates is a highly rigid, layered formation. This means that it is very difficult for anything in the middle of it to move out and further influence the battle. It lacks the quick-moving, independent units necessary to adapt to an ever-changing battlefield. Additionally, the version I presented used more than the usual 20-unit cap for an army, and therefore wouldn't really be able to be used in standard play. So, I've made a few changes to hopefully overcome some of these shortfalls. I've adapted the formation to now fit a standard 20-unit strong army. It now has 2 pentagonal layers surrounding a ranged core, so I've taken to just calling it the 5 Gates now. It's led by a Celestial General mounted on a Celestial Lion, who will be accompanied by 2 units of Great Longma Riders. Their ability to fly will allow them to quickly strike out from the formation, and hopefully take out any problematic ranged units. At the core of the formation will be Tzeentch the Watcher, who is an amazing support piece for this army. Not only does Tzeentch have a harmony amplifier of 50%, but it's a monstrous artillery unit with a range of 350 and missile strength of 518 armor-piercing anti-large damage. The Watcher is great for sniping out large units, and if the front ranks need help, you can also use its Giant Leap ability to jump over your own troops. Further core artillery will consist of 2 units of Fire Rain rockets, which can be devastating against masses of enemy troops, and will definitely encourage your foe to come towards you. They could also be used for counter-artillery fire should your flying cavalry units get tied up. The rest of the core will consist of 4 Celestial Dragon crossbows. Lastly, the 2 protective layers will consist of 5 Celestial Dragon Guard for the inner ring and 5 Jade Warriors with halberds for the outer ring. Here is a rather crude overlay of how the formation is set up. The units are now more spread out, but by positioning the outer defensive layers offset from each other, the inner ring is still able to protect any gaps in the line. The cavalry aren't pictured here because since they can fly, you can position them anywhere. The forces of Tzeentch are made up of a randomly generated army totaling 24,000 gold. It consists of a Demon Prince of Tzeentch, an Exalted Hero of Tzeentch, a unit of Blue Horrors, 2 units of Zangor, the Chromatic Abominations Regiment of Renown, a unit of Tzeentch Chosen with halberds, a unit of Pink Horrors, the Sour Guts Regiment of Renown, 2 units of Exalted Pink Horrors, the Blazing Squealers Regiment of Renown, a unit of Tzeentchian Chaos Chariots, a unit of Doom Knights of Tzeentch, 2 Cockatrices, a unit of Spawn of Tzeentch, the Weird Spawn Regiment of Renown, a unit of Flamers of Tzeentch, and a unit of Changebringers. Time to see how we do. Here we are. We got the 5 gates set up. My cavalry to the rear, but I'm moving them out already. Artillery already opening fire. It is great to have a long-range punch, let me tell you. Take a look at this formation here. We got Tzeentch looking resplendent in the middle. I'm using him to try and pick apart their units. I'm going to be trying to focus on the Demon Prince with Tzeentch. Meanwhile, the rockets are doing their job, devastating the enemy infantry, forcing them to come straight towards me. Although I think, given the army comp, they would be doing that anyways. I sent my Longma Riders out to take out the Changebringers, because I am terrified of those things. They also seem to be maybe doing an unintentional job of holding up the enemy as they are using their range, some of their ranged troops to focus on them, taking some fire, but keeping them moving so they won't get hit directly. My front unit of Jade Warriors took a direct hit by some metal dogs. I can't remember the spell name. Took some serious damage there, but not a whole much you can do about that. I saw it too late, so I couldn't move them. But I'm still opening up on the enemy troops. They're finally starting to get in. Here comes a Demon Prince. I took his shields down, did a little bit of health damage. Now he goes in, stomping my Jade Warriors up at the front. We got some Zangors supporting him already as well, and they are running due to being terrified and being blasted by my own artillery, which is always great. I've got my Celestial Dragon Guard and Tzeentch opening up on the Demon Prince point blank. His health is really going down. We got Pink Horrors opening fire, doing chip damage to my units. Here comes another spell. Ow. Doing huge damage to my crossbows, but the Demon Prince is down. Shot out of the sky. My Celestial General is flying off of his lion, fighting this cockatrice. We got another cockatrice attacking the core, Tzeentch moving to intercept, and I've got reserve units moving up. We got Spawn attacking my flank. I don't know what these... okay, they stopped. I was gonna say, I don't know what those halberds were doing. Oh, but they're getting hit by Doom Knights. So here comes some chariots as well, going straight into my front unit of crossbows. Got a lot of units just kind of sitting around. I could definitely be playing this better. Cockatrice is doing some damage, but looks like it's, there we go, it broke. Just returning fire with my artillery and my crossbows. Here we go, finally got some of my halberds moving in. Cockatrice is flying away, halberds holding the line against Spawn. We got more Pink Horrors, that's it. More Pink Horrors coming in, blasting my poor crossbows that are at the front there. I've got my general returning, who is almost dead. We've got some flamers opening up now. Cockatrice returning. One of my artillery units, the rockets have been destroyed from the enemy fire. Moving in the rearmost halberd unit to help take out that cockatrice in the middle. I've got so many units just standing around. They should really be chasing after those horrors, but whatever. Longma Riders intercepting the horrors at the back, disintegrating them. My general has returned. Barely any health, and it looks like the rest of the units are dissolving away and fleeing. All that's left are some Chaos Spawn of Tzeentch. They are unbreakable and not demonic, so I have to kill them to the last. Here comes the Celestial General trying to get some redemption. Charging in, taking out the rest of the spawn. There we go. Alright, looks like the battle's been won. What do you think, Tzeentch? That turned out pretty well. Cathay came out with 266 losses, or about 23% of their force, while Tzeentch had 810 casualties, or 95% of their army. Of course, a good chunk of that were demons who evaporated, but whatever, still counts. My Celestial General almost died fighting a cockatrice, and my front ranks of Jade Warriors took some serious damage, but overall I'm pretty happy with their performance. I will admit I could have played this a lot better. Sending a unit of Longmire Riders to support my general would have been a better play, and I did have a lot of units just sitting around mid-battle. Tzeentch helped hold the core of the army together, and the rockets really did a lot of damage. Even though the army wasn't surrounded, having those rear units held in reserve was super helpful to plug gaps or counter the enemy flyers attacking my ranged core. While the enemy didn't have any artillery, I feel like my Longmire Riders in general would have still been able to take them out quickly, even if I had to sacrifice them to do so. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the results. What do you guys think? Any ideas for further improvements? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, feel free to leave me a like, comment, and subscribe, as it will really help get my channel out there in the warp tides of YouTube. If you have any questions, or if there's something in particular you'd like to see covered, please let me know in the comments. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!